The 10 to be crowned.
Oh, some very good shots.
The world 10-ball champion.
Welcome everybody to the Predator WPA World Juniors Championships here at Gandia Palace in Spain. We have the under-17s boys division for you, and it's the semi-finals. First of all, over on table number 2, please give a big hand for Poland's Victor KACZMAREK. His opponent from Slovenia, big hand for BENKO. Your official on table number 2 from the United States of America, Miss Billiard. And now on to table number 1. First of all, please give a big hand for Estonia's Rioja. His opponent from Poland, official on table number 1 from Slovenia, Mr. The matches are raced to 7. Gentlemen, good luck.
Well, a big thank you to David Morris for that kind introduction. And again, welcome to the Predator WPA Junior World Championships. This is the under-17 boys events, and we're at the semi-final stage. It's getting very interesting. My name is Gethin Davis, and joining me in the box for this semi-final, Eric Hallifson. Welcome to the table, Eric. Our referee getting us off to play from the US of A, Angela Williams. And Viktor KACZMAREK of Poland and Max BENKO of Slovenia match up on this table. On our other table, you may have heard from David, we have Rivo Memra of Estonia taking on Jakub Krobot of Poland. That is on our other TV table, but please do stay here in this race to 7 alternate break 10-ball format.
Yeah, Max really coming in as the favorite in this field. Coming in at a 740 Fargo at under 17 years of age. Highest Fargo in the world of anyone under 17. Pretty amazing stuff. KACZMAREK coming in at about a 636. Well, 100-point advantage for BENKO here. See how KACZMAREK's able to hold with them. Five-ball down.
Powerful break making the 5.
Yeah, a little off angle on the combo here, but looks makeable. BENKO's had success at the Matchroom Junior tournaments. Winner on a couple occasions.
Well, Max electing to go aggressive there, taking on the 1-4 combination. was quite a thin contact he needed to make on the one ball, but felt he was going to get shape on it afterwards, which he did. Sadly, the four didn't drop. And that will give us our first look at Victor here, with a much nicer look at the one ball.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play before. It's a good rack to kind of evaluate where he'll be at in this match. It's a good shot there.
Well, we're fully aware of the pedigree from the Poles. They do have a very good habit of turning out and churning out even top quality pool players. So it'd be good to see how he rises to the occasion. It's semi-final under the lights on the big screen, and against a tough opponent, this is what really brings players out of their shell.
Yeah, it looks like he does a lot of pre-shot work. Moves around the table pretty quickly. Have to get another shot of his cue delivery here.
You mentioned
Pretty strong.
Quickly, Eric. You mentioned quickly the players are under a 30-second shot clock. They just need to be aware of that. They both have the opportunity to call one extension per rack. But as you said, Victor moves around the table quite briskly.
Yeah, made some good shots from the 1 to the 2 and the 2 to the 3 in this rack. I'd put him a little higher than his Fargo. Sometimes Fargo rates for juniors can be off. They improve so quickly that their Fargo just doesn't really catch up with them. Put him easily over 650. Closer to 700.
Yeah, he's certainly navigated these well and has opened up a great opportunity in this first rack. Always important to get the first one under your belt. If you can get to do it first, that bit sweeter.
Well, he looks pumped up and ready to take on BENKO here. A lot of pre-shot work. You know, coming from the old school, we just never really did that much pre-shot work. Kind of see going through all the steps here, going over to the angle that the cue ball could be at. Might not go to the pocketing. Yes, he's all the way over, just looking at the pocketing angle on the 9. A little short here on the 10.
Yeah, would like that to have travelled a bit more, Eric. This is a dicey opener. Mature play, just calling his extension just to take the threat of the shot clock beeping in his ear while he takes on this tricky 10 that he's left himself.
I was going to say, I'm surprised he didn't go over to this angle because he had on many previous shots. This is a Federer-Gorst thing when they get down on their knees like this and look at the contact point. I never really understood it, but it works for Federer, so there's got to be something behind it. Good shot.
Very good shot, Eric. Thought, well, it looked like he put himself in trouble on that 10 ball. He took his time, held his composure, and with that pre-shot routine you were just alluding to, Eric, Viktor Kaczmarek has got off the mark first, takes the 1-0 lead. And slight change for our viewers if they've been watching our Little Monster International Open series of events. That is winner break format. This is alternate break format under the WPA rules. So we will get to see Viktor break, I believe. Max broke the first one. As you just look out across the table, you have a fellow Pole playing, Jakub Krobot. He takes on the Estonian Rivo Meimra, who's also been playing rather well in more than one of the events here going on in this 8-day event. So, great representation from the countries here.
Going from the middle, offense break, hit it great. 3 balls down, no shot on the 1 though.
No, good powerful break, and the one thing I will add to your synopsis there, that cue ball froze on a dime.
Yeah, perfectly square hit, good power. Positive signs for him as far as possibly being a break and run threat in this match. And again, he'll need it. Only seen 1 shot from Max so far, but right up there at the very top of the game as far as youth, and it's done well in some open tournaments as well.
Yeah. Max out of his chair. We get to see him in open play. I think he's got a good look at the 1. Doesn't appear to have the 9 in the way. Oh, he gives it back. Maybe, oh, as you can see from this great angle, he maybe has an edge.
Yeah, just a thin left edge. Might try to open up the cue ball around the 2 and all the way back up table. Calling the 1 in the top right, because it'll be going in that direction, but mainly playing the cue ball back near the 5-9 ideally. Oh, went in, and is he going to get on the 2? He is. That shot.
Wow. That is a shot across the bow to his opponent with a big flag on it saying, "I've come here today to play." That was a very good aggressive shot and leaves him nicely on the blue too.
Just pick up a confident vibe off of him.
Yeah, he's going to have to treat this one with care. If he comes off, doesn't look like the cue ball's going to move too far away from the line it's on now, and if that 4 kicks off the 6 to the left, could leave himself in a spot of bother.
Controlled nicely.
Yeah, very good early signs from the young Polish player. He's not speeding up as he sees the pattern develop, sticking to his routine.
Pretty good speed control there. Cue ball going up table now. Some blockers coming back towards the 7 as far as playing into the angle of the 7. Might have to try to just go 1 rail up the right side. Watch out, 8 ball. It's okay, got around it.
He did. And a solid shot here, and Victor will have got off to the dream start from his perspective. Taking one with and one against the break is very handy. It is a race to 7, but that can feel tighter and tighter as the match goes on, so cue ball will be travelling for the 9.
You can play a bit of right spin if he needs to straighten the cue ball out of the second rail. Tester here for KACZMAREK.
Big puff of the cheeks from him as well.
He's got it. Good start here.
Very good start, Eric. I really like the way he got back up off the shot just to take a second look at the angle. And that will bring Victor KACZMAREK to 2. He leads by 2-0 in this Predator WPA Junior World Championship under 17s semi-final. And, well, on paper, it would suggest that Max could have the edge on this match, but I will say, Eric, if Max is sat in his chair, there's not really much he can do.
Yeah, pretty smart push there from Victor. Was only expecting to make the 1 a small percentage of the time, but did very well with the cue ball bringing it around. Ended up getting rewarded. And he's error-free so far. Running out 2 full racks. Hit the break very well in rack number 2 as well. Just didn't get a shot.
Well, Max is out of his chair to break in this 3rd rack. We'll be looking just to encourage a bit of momentum.
Max going from the side rail. He's going to leave a shot here. Tough stretch, but he's a tall player. Way over on the right side, though. Probably going to need a bridge if he wants to try offense.
It's a tricky little cluster down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic coming back towards the 2 as well. There is a window between the 4-7 that'll get him thick enough on the 2. I think he'll have to play for that. He's just going to play safe, just going to leave the cue ball behind the 3-10. Oh, he fouled.
Yeah. It was really awkward cluster down there, and the way that Victor had to get there with the extension meant he was leaning and reaching and stretching. And sadly, it looks like he's just contacted the ball with the extension there. And
yeah, very awkward.
Yeah, this will be the first time Max is in open play. He's not going to get a shot at running out, but he's got a great opportunity to lock Victor up here. Oh, and that's very nicely done, Eric.
Unhittable almost. One's not in the best spot for the 3rd foul. Max could just try to run out, though. Kind of get himself in stroke a little bit. Looks like there could be a path between the 4-8 here, around 3 rails. The 4 is cutting that path off, if anything. Yeah, it is there.
Oh. Well, elevating the cue to get to the cue ball, coupled with needing to give it enough power to get it around to the one, and the cue ball has jumped, clipped the rail and carried on up. So, rewards for Max here. Ball in hand. We're in the third rack. Would like to get something moving.
Slightly straight, but he get power out of it.
It was not bad here, Eric. 3 goes. If you can deaden the cue ball, might check it out to the left.
Good speed there, keeping the speed down even at distance. Cued the ball nice and low. Just looking to see if he can get through the long rail without contacting the 7. Looks like he can.
He's got a nice relaxed demeanour around the table. Dare I say, a bit of swagger.
Yeah, I've always felt that from him. Just kind of one of these naturally talented players. Looks like he has a lot of self-confidence, but there's a mistake. A big one, no excuse really. This is going to be some small bit of trouble for BENKO if KACZMAREK is able to get out here. Too thin though, going to have to play safe.
Well, we have been surprised by these junior players. They have taken on some shots that I would never dream of. But good maturity there. May have left a chance of the bank. Also good object balls out there to try and get the cue ball behind. Wonder what
Long
Max
has
is
to
thinking
tighten this
here.
one up. Decided on the bank.
Took a little time over the other side of the table to make this decision. Oh, wasn't far away.
Got safe
Five has
again.
leaked at the, yeah, it's leaked at the top of the table. Not sure if Victor will feel that this is worth taking on, because where the 10 and the 8 is, there's a good chance of... There's a bit of insurance for him if the 5 were to rattle.
Shot.
Elected, yeah. Again, electing to play safe. Very good safety. Full respect to his opponent.
Eight ball's going to get in the way of the jump, but he is going to do something with the jump cue here. It's a long distance jump, Gethin. Things can go wrong here. Jump kick. High level shot there from BENKO. He's got the advantage back. After a missed ball and a missed bank, kind of got away with it.
Very daring jump. And jumping into a bank shot, even more so. Getting rewarded. Looks like Victor's going for the one rail escape. Has called the 5 in the corner as a bit of insurance. Is dancing around the table. It's all happening here. Just wondering if he had an extension
shot clock
to
really
call
wrecked him there. I think he would have called it. Might have called it on the first shot when the cue ball was awkwardly over using the bridge.
Good spot, yeah, very likely. I just felt that the dancing around the table put all the pressure on that shot. But this is what Max needs. He needs an opportunity. He just winced there. I'm not too sure why. Maybe because of the angle, but that doesn't seem too bad from this position.
Yeah, just a little straight where he has to play slightly more speed than comfortable, but he's totally fine here.
This is not bad at all. Max will be keen to get off the mark here in this match. Victor, so far, keeping him quiet and in his chair. And has Max BENKO been now let out of his cage?
Yeah, not a lot of world-class players from Slovenia, so for him to achieve this level of play at such a young age, definitely has a good dose of talent.
Indeed he does, and has now got his first notch on the board. Trails 2-1. This is a race to 7, so there's a lot of racks left in this match as we watch Angela from the USA, our referee for today, rack them up. Just a quick update from the other semi-final in this Predator WPA Junior World Championships under 17s event. We have Revo Maim trailing 2-0 to another Pole, Jakub Krobot. So action is fully underway in the Gandia Palace Hotel. Beautiful star-studded arena. Victor to break, leading 2-1.
Good square hit again. 4-railer going down.
Yeah,
possible shot on the one on the side.
Very good break. Gives him every possibility of running out. That green 6 was also coming round the 4-railer. Just goes to show how square he's hitting them.
Yeah, I thought the corner was blocked at first here, but he's wide open in the corner, so he's actually in good position right now. Break and run chance coming here, Gethin.
Yeah, and I have to say, Eric, since his first break, he has threatened it. Good power. Be a very useful time for him to do it.
There's a chance the 3 doesn't pass here. If it doesn't, he'll lay up behind the 7, but he got down on the pocketing angle. Looks like he's going to go past it. Good shot. Rest of the rack looking pretty good. 8, 10, and 6 all near the pocket. Even the 5.
Yeah, he's picked the early tricky ones out very well. Good tight control of the cue ball here, and yeah, our first break and run. Only in the 4th rack. So it's really warming up for both players.
Has to be careful of the 9 coming back towards the 6. Played a shot similar to this in rack number 2. Just 2 rails with some right spin. one rail this time. Works just as well. It's perfect on the 6 here, Gethin, and looking good to get through this rack now.
Yeah, and important for these young gentlemen to really make their mark once their break starts working. But if there was any pressure to be felt at this semi-final stage of this World Junior Championship event, well, Viktor Kaczmarek has not shown much at all so far in this match. Top class stuff. And again, I do like this Eric with his pre-routine. Goes and has a proper check of the angle. Doesn't cost anything to do that. Well, maybe a few seconds on your shot clock. But to make a misjudgment because of the lack of doing that, well, you would have to think that's unnecessary. So I really do like the due care and attention he's taking.
Yeah, that's how they teach it in the textbooks now. The only thing that can be negative about it is that you may be exerting a little too much energy, and over the course of a long day it might get you. But in a one-off match situation, it's not a bad thing.
No, clearly not bad at all. As Viktor extends his lead with a great break and run. I do think Max has just taken a break. We will stay here. Oh no, it wasn't. He's just gone to grab a drink by the looks of it. Just confused me. He was having a chat with Angela, our referee from the USA. And for our viewers that were watching the earlier semi-finals in our girls event, just wanted to give you an update. We were witnessing, or we did witness, Mingling Wang of Chinese Taipei get to the final with a very good win and useful win over a tough opponent, Jordan Helfrey. And joining Ming in the final, Savannah Easton was successful against a very tough opponent in Linnea Halmerstrom from Sweden. So that final will take place tomorrow.
Yeah, Savannah's been on a long quest to win this World Junior title, and she's one match away now.
And she had to come the hard way. She lost to a young French lady in her first round. It was a very tough match. It was a bit of a small incident with players taking their breaks. Savannah playing in two different rules at these events here, from the WPA to the Little Monster, and was just caught out. But it's good to see that she bounced back and finds herself in the final. I'm sure she'll have a point to prove. As we return to this match, Viktor Kaczmarek has got a look at this one. The potting angle, not so sure.
Yeah, didn't have it. Didn't get the one quite as far up table as he would have wanted. Choice now for Max. Combo plays easier as far as staying at the table, but a little more risky on continuing the run out. I think the combo is the proper play here. Yes, couldn't control the one quite as well. Still at the table though. Come with a good safe now. Cue ball behind the 9 looks the most inviting here. Even between the 6-9. Tried that, but got a little wide.
Yeah, I don't know if the
Close
2
to
has
the
come
passes
far
here,
enough.
Gethin.
Yeah, I was just looking. The 2 did come off the long rail. Has it come off far enough for Victor to attack the pot? Oh, it looks tight, and he's having a really good look down there, Eric.
Yeah, he's down as low as he can get. Must be close.
He's doing the Fedor Gorst on the knees job. I'm not... Wow. Well, that should answer it, Eric. I heard one ball, corner pocket. Hit my ears
Tough
in
position.
Oh, God. That was very tight and needed to be so precise. It was a good chance, though, that the one was going to pop back up into a safe position. It hasn't, and this will be exactly what Max wants to come back to. A shot on the one and a pretty open table. Just needs to be particular on the 3 ball where the 10 is.
Yeah, 3 to the 5 to the 6 sequence is going to be the toughest here. I don't mind getting on the long rail, and the problem with that is you're kind of drawing into the 10, so he's gone back to the middle of the table. Now has issues with the 7 and 8 coming across. Even 3 rails forward. Well, yeah, there is room if you go short of the 7. It's a good path here.
Oh, Eric. Yeah, been looking forward to seeing some of Max Benko's open play and position shots. And there's one of them. Has to come up with another one now, but good opening signs for him in this 5th rack. Would love to bring it back within 1.
That'll work. Getting through the 7-8 nicely. Chance to run the rack now. Solid reply here after some strong play from KACZMAREK.
Yeah, Max not doing much wrong at all. More Victor just keeping Max at bay in his chair. And I fully understand why. The respect has been shown to Max because he's looking very, very solid when he gets a good look at the table.
Angle he has on the 8's going to lead him a little straight on the 9. Going to follow down to try to create some angle, but he has landed a little straight here.
I do like his swagger, Eric. Sometimes even looks a bit disinterested with what's going on. I love it.
I know what you mean. Again, yeah. Straight back draw now. He's short here.
Yeah, the cue ball not gripping like he wanted it to. Fancy him going aggressive here, Eric?
I mean, only because of the score line. If he was ahead, yeah, I was thinking the bank if he was going to go offense. But here comes a thin slice from BENKO. Big spot early in the match right now. He's got it. What a shot.
Well, that was a big shot. I was already worried about the scratch in the centre pocket with the cue ball moving as such. However, Max picks off and calls the thin cut, makes it, well, clean as a whistle, and brings the score back to 3-2. Is that his second drink he's brought back? He'll be needing a toilet break very soon if so. But yeah, Eric, this is turning into a very interesting match. It did look like Victor, with maybe one or two rolls, could have started to really bring the scoreline closer to him. However, well, Max, I have to say, that was a very, very crucial clearance, made even sweeter with that 10 ball. So our Polish player, Victor Kaczmarek, to break off, leading 3 racks to 2 in this race to 7.
Cue ball's in this time. Bit of a messier rack for Benko. Have to see if he can pocket the 3 if he gets near the short rail. I believe he can. 7 ball's going to kind of limit the positional plays off the 3. He recognizes that, so he's going to go for a 3 foul here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that plan. And with the big cluster 3-7-9-6 at the top left, his second and third fouls could come very nicely. So really important to lock this cue ball up. He looked like he wanted to rub the 1 up against the 2, or in between the 2 and 10. Wow.
Two rails looks a little long. Looks like it's playing to the 10 a bit.
Yeah,
there's
a
a 1
gap
rail pass between the 2-8.
Yeah. But that's a fine gap, Eric.
Two fouls now.
Yeah. Victor shaking his head, but I'm afraid his setup wasn't even considered. Maybe the shot clock putting him a bit out of sorts.
I like his thoughts here. He can cut the 1 into the 2 and try to bring the cue ball in line on the same right long rail. Didn't get over quite far enough. But the 5 is blocking the path off the further long rail. He can change that path with spin.
He's come up the top of the table to have a little look.
Go ahead, yeah.
He's come up the top there. The line he's looking at there, he's going to have to load the cue ball up with right-hand side. Cue ball quite close to the bottom short rail. It's going to make cueing that sort of shot that bit more difficult. Really important point of the match, though.
Yeah, I like the one with left a little better, and that's the one that he's going to go for here. Oh, he would have been at it, but caught the points on the way through. And that's a smart 3 foul from Benko there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And an important one. With Victor shaking his head, it looked forever and a day that he'd got out of that, but the the jaw of the centre pocket, just caught it and spat the cue ball out across the table. And Max Benko, not dismayed one bit or daunted by the challenge that was ahead earlier on, has brought the score back to 3 apiece in this race to 7. And now we are really spicing up this match. Just taking a quick look up at our other semi-final in play. Looks like the young Polish lad Jakub Krobot is leading Revo Mame 4 racks to 0. And
yeah,
nice
he's
to hear
much
the applause.
improved. I saw him playing last year. Yeah, I saw him play last year at the World Junior Championships, and he was just an above-average player. And then I saw him play at the European Junior Championships about 8 months later, and he looked just much better, making it down to the semifinals here now.
Well, Max just missed out on the cut break there. The one very close to going in the socket. Good power, good control of the cue ball. Nothing down, I'm afraid. Very thin gap between 5 and 6. May give him a look at the one, but the potting angle is not there.
Yeah, he's going to be able to bank the 1-up table here. Key to success here is leaving the cue ball near the short rail.
Oh, the one looks like it's missed everything.
Yeah, a little unlucky there. Hit it pretty well, but as you said, no contacts on the way through to hold the 1-up table. Just undercut that one. Chance for KACZMAREK to get his lead back. Doesn't have a full pocket on the 2 in the top right. We'll have comboing options. Reminder, early 10s aren't a win. Just considering doesn't have a full pocket, it could be possible.
God, this is close to the middle bag. The cue ball played it well. Now, as you said, Eric, half a pocket here, and the 3. Well, there is a gap between the 6 and the 4. But making sure of the pot will be one thing. Position as well. Victor up against it here.
Just decided to play safe, but missed it.
Yeah, and again, for the second time for Victor, the object ball has not contacted anything else, and this time it's come right down the table. The 5 may have come to spoil the party, but maybe. The 8 and the 5 have spoiled the party.
Yeah, I was thinking to get the cue ball behind the 9 here, but I didn't see him cueing this with draw. Decent amount of coverage on the left side of the table, so just going to take advantage of that. Watch out for no rail. Hasn't got one. Turning point here. KACZMAREK with the opportunity to get back in the lead now.
Yeah, unforced error. You could see from Max's reaction. Very disappointed with that. And after putting in such hard work to get back to 3-3, he has gifted Victor an opportunity here.
Just be careful of the 6 coming back towards the 4. That's enough angle to punch into the left long rail and out.
Ooh. Ooh, Eric, I think he misjudged that, and I was with you. I don't believe it was straight enough for him to hold for the 4. Needed to punch it off the long rail. Might have left himself a jump here, or has he?
He's
Or
okay.
Oh.
His body language at first was negative, but just kind of reaction to how close he was to being in trouble here.
Yeah, looked like he just had to turn the cue ball slightly. Maybe it was as tight as we thought, but yeah, maybe he thought, I'll have the boys in the box. I'll make him think that it's not on. And good shape
Follow
on this.
our draw play available now. Yeah. I'd favor drawing this ball, a little less cue ball movement.
And
Seems just slightly calmer around the table now, kind of getting the feel of the match, getting some shots in.
yeah, we got some good shakes of the head from him in the last rack. Wasn't going his way. Was put into 3 fouls. Never the nicest of feelings, but certainly has bounced back at the earliest opportunity here.
There is a chance he'll contact the 10 on the way through to pocketing the 9. 10's going to move to the left, so he'll want an angle to be able to bring the cue ball over to the left side of the table. This is going to land pretty straight. This actually could be trouble here, Gethin. It's possible to pocket it directly, and I think he'll have to go for that. Because if he does contact the 10, the cue ball's not coming over enough.
That's a very good spot, sir. That would spoil the party.
Avoided it. Another good rack from KACZMAREK.
Yeah, it does, and it prevents Max from taking the lead for the first time. He retains his lead. It's now 4-3 in this race to 7. Slowly getting towards the goalposts. We're hearing some good applauses from the other table, and that was for Rivo Maimra of Estonia. He's managed to get on the board. Jakub Krobot currently leading 5 racks to 1. So real good support from the Spanish crowd here, and I'm sure they've brought some of their home support with them. I have to say, both players, Eric, when they've had the opportunity to, have taken it, and really not that many mistakes at all.
Yeah, just a couple odd ones from BENKO, but he's also made some great runouts. So really a neck-and-neck affair here. KACZMAREK's impressed me. He'll know the strength of BENKO, so to come out and be mentally strong enough to perform your game against a good player, it's not easy at a young age.
Well, the 3, I believe, is hampered into the corner pocket by the 7. But where the 1 ball is here, BENKO may elect to put Victor in some trouble.
Shot there using the wall of balls over on the left side. As you said, the 3 ball is going to play a factor in this rack. Whoever gets on it first couldn't get an angle near the 5 and lock the opponent up pretty good behind the 7. So pretty important battle here on the 1.
Victor's going airborne. Looks like a jump bank for the second time in this match. Oh, Finley contacts on the 1. How's the cue ball, Eric?
Good enough. Unless we see a huge stroke shot here from BENKO. The 9's actually going to help him draw back, but he's not calling it.
No,
he's going to play safe.
The 2's been pushed up behind the 4, or rather blocking its path with the 4. So a couple of tricky positions coming up. But that is not safe enough, Max. And that will give Victor a good look at this 1 ball. However, as I mentioned, the 2 has not got a path to the top left corner. There would be a combination on. But there's a bit of distance between them, and it's not straight, so
got a roll here, hasn't left anything.
no, he rubbed his head. Maybe that was because he's left an edge.
BENKO can play the cue ball behind the 7, but the speed has to be absolutely perfect on that shot. There's not much else. Might be able to get the cue ball just left of the 7 with a bunch of right spin and free the cue ball up table. Similar idea. I'm lucky to catch the point though.
I'm not sure that's a pocket there.
I don't think it is, but BENKO getting a little bit emotional here.
Yeah, and really there's no need. Maybe not getting the best of opportunities when the pool gods could have shaped it a different way. But this is the semi-final, and when the players are playing to this level, you've got to go and take it. And knowing when to be aggressive or not is really important. Bringing the 10 into play.
It's not there. Still tough spots for KACZMAREK, and the 2 ball playing a big factor. Too much angle here to drop the left side. I don't mind playing the cue ball behind the 3 here. Looks like he's going to try something offensive. I don't see much future in it. Ball's missable as well.
Oh, he tried your suggestion of bringing it down that left-hand side of the 5. Did do that, but didn't make the pot. High level of difficulty.
Yeah, I think he hit it a little thick, so he did get more draw out of it, but I think it would have been tough to draw the cue ball up that path if he actually made it. Let's see what Max does. Yeah, he's smart enough that he's smarter than to try tough pocketing with tough position when he doesn't have to. Good shot there.
It is. I'm wondering where the 8 is. Can Victor see a 2-rail? Yeah, I think he's called it a 2-rail escape. Good chance the one ball will track towards that centre pocket, and also a good chance, I was going to say the cue ball would stay down there. He's missed it completely.
Well, he's been 3-fouled once in this match, and he'll be in the back of Benko's mind here because of where the 2 is. Looks like he's going to.
Yeah, it may not be the pretty way, but it is both effective in getting that point on the board, but it can also be really frustrating for your opponent. Well, I don't know if there's enough gap along the left-hand side to maybe get the 1-rail escape with a load of right-hand spin perhaps to help. But that 1 ball has nestled into a cluster of 3, and that's going to make this a lot more difficult for Victor. Oh. Well, I actually think he nubbled the 4 before the 1, so it would have been a foul shot even if he'd made a rail. But that wasn't far enough away, even with the cue ball jumping up a little bit. So you mentioned 3 fouls, Eric. The 1 does go. Well, that is again an unforced error from Max. The second time in this match. He's failed to hit a cushion, Eric. And in not making a rail, well, I was about to say he'd put Victor in a very nice position to get back into this rack. However, he's overrun for the 2.
Yeah, that was from ball in hand, so another big mistake here. And another one, not getting the 2 ball far enough up table.
Yeah, we're on the 8th rack now. And a few shots I've seen from Victor, not his usual process-driven self. Just wondering if the nerves, a bit of anxiety are creeping in here. Now the scoreline's come a bit closer. But this is not the time for it, Victor.
Barely got a rail this time.
I was going to say, made a rail. But has left Victor with a free shot at this blue 2. And well, a good chance of flicking off across the opposite long rail and coming back for the 3. So well, we started off with a lot of problems, not so many now.
Yeah, needed to stun that one a little more. Right spin wasn't going to do it all the work for him. He can get behind the 10 now.
Yeah, I think he's found a line to the corner bag as a bit of insurance. If he does make it, should be good for the 4 as well. Where's the cue ball? Well, that is, well, a big mistake. How costly? Well, that remains to be seen, but he will not be happy to see that cue ball drop in the corner pocket. Ball in hand to Max Benko here from Slovenia. He trails by 1 rack.
Yeah, just confused the process there a little bit by adding the bank in. Lost control of the cue ball.
Nice
Position
touch
from
from Max.
BENKO here. Little straight, but looks like he has a small angle going to the right. He can go forward if he wants. Straight back draw will work too. Didn't get real good quality follow on the cue ball there, but still on the 5 in the corner. Nice play, looking good now.
Tidily done. Nice angle to come off this short rail and float up the center of the table. May elect to go 2, but I fancy just that indeed. And while it's not a must convert for him, I'm sure he will want to convert this rack to a win. But 4-4 is a lot better for him than trailing 5-3.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit nervy here for Max. But he'll draw confidence knowing that he's at least even now, likely after this rack.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if we just saw a chink in Victor's armour. Like I said, I saw a couple of shots where the usual pre-routine wasn't there. That may not be due to nerves or anxiety. It may be due to the shot clock. But
yeah, that's another thing about these junior players. They just don't have a ton of experience playing under the shot clock. It's not as easy as you think. We're used to watching players that have played 10, maybe 50 tournaments under shot clock conditions. These juniors have probably played about 10 at most.
No, they still have a few more years to get before they can hear the shot clock in their dreams. The haunting. Very
good
nicely
pot
done.
There.
Yeah, indeed, Eric. Very good pot. Max BENKO brings the scoreline back to 4 apiece in this race to 7. We have as a match. Just looking at, looks like Max is taking a short break. Doesn't look like Victor's taking his. I would just suggest, Eric, that we take a short minute just to collect ourselves, and we will be right back to see where this 4-4 thriller will take us. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Well, a warm welcome back to our boys under 17s event here at the Predator WPA Junior World Championships. We return to the matchup between Viktor Kaczmarek of Poland and Max Benko of Slovenia. And ladies and gentlemen, it's 4 apiece in this race to 4. My name's Gethin Davis. I'm joined in the box with my good friend and colleague, Eric Horlison. Welcome back, Eric.
Yeah, neck and neck so far. Race to 3 for a spot in the final. Good square hit, plenty of action. Nothing down.
Hard to imagine nothing dropped there, Eric. Look at the way the balls have come up from the bottom of the table. Max just not getting that extra bit of help from his great break. Hasn't left Viktor with much to attack, but it certainly left him with options for defense, so Viktor would love to get Max in trouble here.
One ball side pocket.
Looks like he's going to go offense. Take a shot at getting his lead back. Just in case call. He's got him good here. Left long rails available.
I like that shot a lot. Jamming the cue ball in between the 3 and the short rail. We've seen Max make some great escapes so far in this match already. This will need to be another one. Oh, Eric, he just wanted that thin edge to push it over towards the 5 and leave the cue ball down on this short rail. Such a fine margin there and difficulty. Ball in hand to Viktor, and yeah, reaping rewards from that great cue ball behind the 3. We'll really want to push on and convert this opportunity, you feel.
Yeah, just went for the slow speed one there. The cue ball widened out on him a little bit. 5 ball's going to be the toughest position in the rack here. If he gets below the 4, he can get some cue ball movement towards the 8, and that'll play well for the 5 in the bottom left. I kind of like getting to the other side of it. It's a little straight for getting to the other side, so he's going to come up on the short side here. I just don't like how the cue ball is playing around to the 5 now. You can create something 2 rails. Typically, you'd think 3 rails on an angle like this, but it'll have to be 2 if he wants to get good on it.
Causes his extension, Eric, and well, Viktor back to his good pre-shot routine. Served him really well in the opening racks of this semi-final match. He's got to come up with a shot here.
I don't get it. Isn't the ball available on the side, Gethin? I guess not. I guess it's, yeah. It's a little further past the side than I thought. Still looks like it's there.
Wants the 4 to slow, but yeah, maybe missed a trick there, Eric, but clearly thought it was too thin to control the cue ball in the way he wanted to, and if that's the way he feels, then I don't blame him playing this shot. Very mature of him. Bit of applause in the background, just disturbing Max there. Just waiting for the applause to stop.
Yeah, called the bank, but was mainly playing safe there, so it's actually a smart shot.
Well, it looked very nice until it clipped the 9. It has come out into open play. Looks rather straight. But a good escape from Max. Every chance of keeping the 4 safe, but not on this occasion.
Yeah, he's going to have to elevate here if he wants to. This was possible. And he is straight enough to draw back near the 8 now. It's going to give him a fair bit of angle on the 6. Ideally, if he can draw inside the 8, he can get closer to it.
Just had a big round of applause before Max played his last shot. Just a quick update. The Polish Jakub Krobot has beaten Revo Mamer on our other TV table by 7 racks to 2. Our first finalist has been announced. And well, there's still a chance that that could be an all-Polish affair if Victor was to best Max here. He is at the table, but there's still a lot of match to go yet.
Kind of trends into these long bridges every once in a while, and he's taking a real long one at this one. Yeah, you know what, Gethin, there was other ways to bridge at that ball. I didn't like the bridge length there, and ended up getting him.
Yeah, and where the 6 has ended up, it would lend itself to a delicate safety bringing the 8 in, which would need to be treated very carefully. There's maybe even a chance that you would want to take this thin cut on. I've seen these juniors do funny things when under the cosh. Oh, yes. He went for the gentle one.
Shot.
Yeah, smart shot, difficult shot. Made it look really easy. And it's them sort of shots that can turn momentum in racks.
6 ball side pocket.
He's going to have to draw at this if he wants to get the cue ball back behind the 8. The draw spin's going to hold pretty good. The cue ball's nice and close. The 6 ball is nice and close to the rail. Good shot.
Oh, yeah. That is a good shot. And, well, we saw a big swerve from Max earlier. I think this is a swerve too much. The one rail escape. Well, that centre pocket gets bigger and bigger the more I look at it. Should just be able to come underneath it. Maybe even pick up this bottom short rail first before contact. Good chance he could pot it if he does make contact with it.
6 ball corner pocket.
Yeah, the 2 rails will play into kick safe a lot more often, so I think he will be trying 2 rails here. Fair bit off. Gethin misread that one.
Yeah,
He's a little puzzled by it.
the cloth, I think he put backspin on it and the cloth seemed to grip and pull it away from the 6. It was a tricky shot in the first place. Would have ideally wanted to have made contact with it. Hasn't. Well, advantage now to Victor in this rack.
Slightly hard here, but he can accept the distance on the 8. 8's pretty close to the pocket. Get the cue ball back on a similar line to where the 7 is now.
Well, this has been an interesting rack after Max took his break at 4-4. Good exchange of safeties with some great, even better escapes. However, looks like Victor's come out on top of that battle. And is looking to get good shape on this 9 now. To get his neck back out in the lead.
Choice of the corner side here. I don't mind the side in this spot. Little short. Still okay. 3 rails around.
9 ball, side pocket.
Cue ball can play back to where it is if he plays straight high. If he draws a little bit, he can get over to the right side of the table. I prefer the straight high play.
Well, the clock is ticking. He was persisting with his pre-routine. Doesn't look so comfortable when he is being rushed. Such a cool, calm customer, but finished perfect on the 10 here.
10 ball, side pocket.
Viktor Kaczmarek of Poland gets his neck back out into the lead, leads Max Benko by 5 racks to 4. Viktor keen to join his compadre in the final. Jakub Krobot making it through in a thriller, 7-2 against Rivo Memra on our other TV table. And while I do have your attention, we've just been informed of a few updates to tomorrow's play. If you want to find and keep up to date with the order of play and the times for the matches, please do visit probilliardseries.com. But I can give you an insight. Our matches tomorrow, the under-17s boys and girls final for the Predator WPA Junior World Championships will take place at 11 local time. The under-19 boys final in that event will be at 1. Just a small update to the times. Will be reflected on the website. But if you have any concerns, please do keep an eye on that. Viktor Kaczmarek to break, leading 5 racks to 4. Breaking to want to get on the hill.
Is the 7 ball going to have the legs? Not quite. So a chance for Benko to get it back now.
Good powerful break from Viktor. 7 was tracking Eric, but fell short, and where the 1 ball is, coupled with the spread that Viktor got, this is what Max will have been wanting. Ooh, 2-7 combination. I wouldn't like to take that one on. Can he roll up behind the 9? And will he make a cushion if so?
7 ball, corner pocket.
If he wants to get aggressive, he can play the 2 off the long rail and then into the pocket off the 7. 7's lying in almost an ideal spot for that. It's an outside the box shot. I understand if he doesn't want to shoot it, but he was straight enough. It made them both randomly.
I have to say, Eric, it's not a bad job that that 2 ball followed in, because the 9 ball looked like it would have blocked the path for the cue ball. So cunning play from our Slovenian.
Yeah, I thought the 2 ball was going to come off to the left off the 7 if he made it. But did very well to target the proper part of the 7. Got rewarded.
Yeah. Has, well, the option of the cut in the centre, but the long 4 up the top left would allow him to bring the cue ball back across the table.
Yeah, the position lies a lot better in the corner. He's going to go corner here. Right on target.
And
I think we're in
Max.
for a good finish here, Gethin.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Max taking this opportunity very well, opening this pattern up and not rushing either. Retaining the swagger, and he will be very keen to bring this scoreline back to 5 apiece, which will give us a race to 2.
A little straight here, so I'm going to have to sacrifice a little bit of distance. Still moving to the left slightly.
Nine ball, corner pocket.
Yeah, he's taken these very nicely. This would be a great clearance from Victor's break. Full rack clearance. Couldn't have come at a better time for Max BENKO. And there we have it, Eric. Brings the score back to 5 apiece. Really keeping us on tenterhooks at home. Great for the viewers. As I did mention, in our other under-17 semi-final, Jakub Krobot of Poland progresses through to the final. Following this match, we will have both under-19s semi-finals of the boys event taking place. So lots of Predator WPA Junior World Championship action today. We have the finals tomorrow, but also following our under-19s match next at 5 o'clock local time, which will be 3.5 hours from now, we have the men's semi-final of the Little Monster Men's International Open. And within that lineup, one of the home hopefuls, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, FSR, so I've got a feeling the home crowd will be bubbling up nicely as the day progresses today. Max to break, 5 apiece in this race to 7.
Two balls down real quick. And he's got a shot at the 2 here. Don't believe there's been a break and run in this match so far, but this would be a great time for Max to take his first lead in the match.
Couldn't agree more, Eric. Big moment for Max to come up with a break like this. Maybe feels a little bit hard done by with the position to get round for the 3. I'm just wondering, can he force this with top left? Don't know.
I like that. Yeah, fair bit of room over on the left side. Wants to be off the rail. Yeah, slightly. 10 ball's going to play pretty big going forward. 8 and the 9 are giving him a bit of a problem, so he's having to think here.
You feel that if there's any way he can get up for close shape on the 4, he will really bring this rack to him.
Shot there, playing a bit of stun to avoid the 10. Easy position towards the 5, so we can focus on the pocketing here. 8 balls available in both side pockets and the bottom right. He'll be looking at playing it in the bottom right. If he can come 2 rails into the angle here, that'd be nice. Has the option to go 1 rail. I think he'll favor 2. It's into the angle a little more.
Yeah, not moving the cue ball more than it needs to. Very effective.
8-ball corner pocket.
It's a bit difficult to read Max's face at times. But
Yeah, he wants to be straight here. I think he is just straight enough. Shot. And what a time for a break and run here, Gethin. Getting himself on the hill. First lead of the match, 11 games in.
well, he picks his moments, and he picks his moments wisely. I'm sure he would have wanted to have taken the lead earlier. The fact is he has. If he makes this 10, this will be the first time that Victor will have to come from behind. So we're getting to see the deep core of these players. And so far, both delivering. Very nice indeed. Our first break and run, and it couldn't have been at a more timely point. And it looks like Victor is just going to take his break. Ooh. I don't think...
Max has to stay. Oh, he's allowed to go.
Okay. Well, while we just wait for them to return from their break, I would just quickly like to replenish my coffee, Eric. Big thank you to everyone with us. We will be back in a very few minutes to find the culmination of this tightly contested semi-final. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. Well, a warm welcome back to our viewers. You join us for the culmination of this under-17 boys event in the Predator Junior World Championships. Max Benko of Slovenia is the first to get to the hill. It's the first time he's taken the lead in this match. He only needs one. Victor needs two. Gets the break. My name's Gethin Davis. Eric Hallifson is joining me in the box for this thrilling semi-final. Welcome back, Eric.
Yeah, what a match we've had so far. Victor's broken from the middle most of the match. He's going over to the side rail now. A little more defensive considering Max is on the hill. Made a ball. Nothing on the one though.
Yeah.
Might be able to roll up behind the 4.
Oh, I like that shot, Eric. Not too much needed doing with the cue ball. Can let its weight do the work. There is a lot of traffic down here in the bottom left of the table as well. So options. But if he doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball, I think that shot will be a good option. Yeah, and taking your good advice has put Max in trouble. There is a good chance of a 2-rail escape here, and even a small chance of making the one. But hitting it on the high side should promote good distance between the balls. It really depends how hard he goes for it. Oh, he's
got it. Oh, excuse me. I thought he made it.
I did too. He contacted that cue ball so well. If anything, just slightly too soft, because I'm sure that would have dropped. Deft touch from the Slovenian. But in retrospect, we now have Victor at the table. That one ball is tricky in the jaws there, though. Oh, did he get away with the contact?
Yeah, he's okay on the pocketing. Definitely sacrifice some distance running into those balls. Can't really draw this or stun this, so almost have to dead weight it going up table here. Can hit it with a little higher speed if the 4 goes in the side, and that's what he's taking a look at now. Big pressure on this pocketing here. It's not there.
No, I
Max
missed it on
looking
the thick
anxiously
side.
to see if he's going to have a chance, and he is.
Well, we saw Max sitting rather comfortably in his chair while Victor took his break. He would have been thinking to himself, well, my opponent's breaking. If he gives me a look-see, I can take the match at this opportunity.
4-ball, corner pocket.
And there's not too many problems out there for him. Where the 5 is next to the 6. He'll fancy his chances here, Eric.
Yeah, just going to try to avoid the 6 drawing back off the 5, and he has that angle now. Chance to take the match down here. It's been a struggle. Not really from bad play, just strong play from KACZMAREK. Expected to have a bit of an easier time of it here.
Yeah,
but he's has to play well to come back, and he's at the finish line now.
Yeah, both players really impressing. Victor did all the hard work in keeping Max in his chair, showing him full respect and reaping the rewards. Max never let his head down. He's kept in it and he's taken his opportunities well. Delivering our first break and run of this match as well at the perfect time, Eric.
Yeah, it's going to be a flawless final 2 games here for Max if he's able to get through this. Just a little worried he doesn't have too much angle here. As long as he gets close to the 9, I don't think he should be too worried about what angle he has on it. Worst case, he can draw straight back to the left long rail. I would have favored getting a little closer to the 9 there. Wouldn't have had to hit too much speed. Now he's faced with a big long power draw straight back. Bit of pressure on this, Gethin.
Yeah, there looks like there's just a slight angle as well. That power draw may threaten the left centre pocket. It's a very fine angle he's left himself here. So,
Definitely.
as he teed himself, I was going to say, as he teed himself up for the big finish nicely. I think that indicates the power draw is coming up.
Nailed it. And he's going to be finding himself in the final here after one more shot. Bit of disappointment on KACZMAREK's face. I don't blame him. He played a pretty good match. Threw all he could at Max, but Max was up to the call here.
Yeah, couldn't have summarized that better myself, Eric. Viktor KACZMAREK of Poland playing really well against a tough opponent, and Max BENKO of Slovenia wins the tightest of margins, 7-5. He will progress through to tomorrow's final. He will take on another Polish player, Jakub Krobot. Coming up in an hour and 15 minutes on this table, we will have the Predator WPA Junior World Championships under 19s boys event. Just to give you a quick update there, it will be the American Eddie Vonderau taking on Oi Kanazawa of Japan in the first semi-final. The second semi-final, another tough affair. Felix Vogel of Germany will be taking on Walter Leiker of Sweden. So big matches coming up. Please do set your reminders, click your notification buttons. Also do like, subscribe and share. A big thank you to Eric Hallison for joining me today. My name's Gethin Davis. Please do not go away.